Hello everyone, I'm Tiffy and I'm an independent Color Street stylist and I'm going to do another mani today. It's a mixed mani and I'm going to do creams and then I'm going to do an overlay. I'm going to do something with some colors that I've never worn before. I've never worn This is Oslo And Steady, Caribbean Coral, and Tropical Vines. This is going to be only available until the 18th of June. So if you got your eye on this overlay right here, snag it. Let's see. This one is still available, but Cape Coral is Caribbean Coral. I didn't see it on the website. I might have missed it. I do not think this is available anymore. But if you are looking for something, you know, if you want to do some, obviously, when I do my manis, they're just like for inspiration. You can copy them exactly, or you can, you know, use them for inspiration. And this is just one that you can get something that's similar to it. It's just a coral color, you know, so just do something fun with that. Now let's begin. Let's see here. And I hate to tell you guys this, but I have like zero plan. I kind of was like, I should just do French. Oh, that's so cool looking. I mean, should I do like half and half? I've never done half and half ever. You know what I mean? On a nail. I don't even know if I could do it. Should I do half and half? I was gonna do just down and then do kind of like a French or a crisscross maybe across the top like that is what I was gonna do. And then do an overlay with it. But I don't know. Maybe should I split it? I'm scared to do that because I've never done that before. And I'd probably mess it up. How about this? How about let's come back to it, right? Let's come back to it. So what I think I'm gonna do is make sure that the green is on the side with the this is so pretty. I don't usually wear a lot of creams, so I need to be careful with what I'm doing here, you know? And this is the other thing. I can't pick it up and put it back down because if I put a base coat on, I put some Color Street nail strengthener, you know? So when you have already one layer of any type of polish down, it is gonna stick. If you are new to Color Street and you're kind of practicing, or you know, you're not used to this method necessarily of wearing, you know, this type of polish, I would not recommend I would start out not doing 2 layers, and I would also maybe, like if you want a mixed mani, get a mixed mani all in one set, instead of trying to, you know, put one down. Because if I think when you put the second layer down, in my opinion, it can get sketchy. I mean, it's not impossible, but for me it was difficult. You might try it first try and go, what is she talking about? That's so easy. But for me, it was kind of difficult. When I first started wearing Color Street, I was not a stylist. I just, you know, really liked the product, and eventually I was like, you know what, this is so cool. I wanna sell it. So but I tend to err on the side of caution when I do anything, so. Oh, that's such a cool shade. So 1 layer, and then this is obviously going to be like 3 layers You know what I mean? We're gonna do it like this. We're gonna go and do everything except for the thumbs. How's that? Make sure I'm on the right fingers. No one am in it. It will. Okay. This is really fun because it's kind of summery, but the shades are, I don't know, in my opinion, they're kind of pastel-y, but at the same time, they're not, you know? It's that perfect in between. It's almost summer, but spring's not really over with, but we're, you know, things are starting to warm up. So I almost did something totally different. I was like, oh man, I really want to wear that vine set. I want to do something fun. I don't know if I want everything going in the same direction. I've never worn an overlay like this, and I don't know how busy it's gonna look. Does that make sense? Like, I just don't know how busy it's gonna look, so. I don't know how I want to do this. I've seen a lot of photos that were inspiring, you know, but none of them were like identical, I guess, to this. Let's see here. So that I kind of wanted to, ooh, I could just, instead of having to cut it right in half, I could just do like that for the other one instead of freaking out about it. Wow. I mean, I might not even split it. I might just do all green on that. I don't know yet. Let's do, since the green, let's do like that. Let's do like that. This is such a pretty, if you have a tan, this is probably gonna look really pretty on you if you have a tan. Okay. So it's not all the way pushed down, but when you do push it down, it's, you know, that's where it's gonna go. I just wanted you guys to know that. And if you do have that other layer on, it is hard to pull it back up because you can risk ripping it. You know, that's why I was saying, you know, be careful. Be careful. So these do not have a white backing or a black backing. As you can tell, they slightly sheer, but I figured that would be okay since I'm doing an overlay also. We'll see how this works out. I'm concentrating. I'm concentrating. So if you have worn any of these shades, tell me what you did. I really think they're cool. Oh, so cool and pretty. Let's see. So I was gonna put that kind of over the top because I thought that would look neat. You know, and if you had really long nails, this would probably look really cool if you have really long nails. I don't. I'm trying to grow my nails out again. So this one will be, oh wait, I can't mirror it. I have to do them exactly the same. We're not doing any, they're not mirroring, I mean, I've seen some mirrored sets, you know, like we had the angles, the angled French that came out last fall and stuff. I mean, I have seen some mirroring on some of the sets. Ooh, that was close. But this is hard. But and I'm sure it would cost a lot more money for them to do the mirrored sets. So, you know, I'm perfectly fine like this. I wish there were more. I'm sure that the reason that there isn't is because if it costs more. I don't know the reasoning behind it. Seems like it would be a little more aesthetically pleasing, but we might see potentially stuff like that more in the future. I have no idea. You know, they've been doing a lot of like different innovative designs and stuff. They've been doing a lot more experimenting. Also, if you get the sub box, then you know there's a lot more stuff they're trying that's not in the normal lines, you know. And when I say sub box, I mean subscription box. If you don't know what I'm talking about, Color Street now offers a subscription box that's monthly, and it has exclusive strips in it that you cannot buy on the website. The only way to get them, you can't host a party or anything like that. Literally the only way to get them is to get them through getting a subscription box, and you get one and then that's it, and then they just go bye-bye, you know. And it's, you know, and I love it. I've been actually getting them. I wasn't able to get the first one. There was, let's see, there's been a lot of, you know, like mixed stuff about them. I think my favorite box I've gotten so far was the Hidden Treasures. The one we just got was called Tropical Garden Party. The one next month is called Fluffy and Cozy and Fluffy or something like that. Listen, I'm not really good with names, so, you know, don't come after me. If you're like, you're not even saying the names right. Well, yeah. If you knew me, you would see I leave words out when I talk. I'm sure if you listen, like, to my videos, you hear me probably just drop words all the time. That's just something that I do. Sometimes whenever I write, I leave letters out of words. So I don't know where that comes from or what that is really, but, you know, I just, oh, you guys. Oh, what do you think? That is so cool. Yes. 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 I like it. I like it so much. I think I picked some good complementary colors for this. So if you don't have Caribbean Coral, I'm sorry, I don't have any extra sets of this. Otherwise, if you're in my VIP, you could buy it out of my personal stash. But if you don't have it, there's plenty of other shades that you could try instead. You just need a corally shade or a pinky kind of shade, or you know what, maybe go, oh, I don't like that with that at all. It wouldn't look good on my skin tone. Pick something else, you know? Try 2 different greens. I think I've seen this done, I want to say, with the Jungle Escape. I think that's the name of the shade. It's a darker green with Oslo And Steady. I think I've seen this with it. I've seen it with just Jungle Escape. I've seen it a couple of different ways. guys, but oh, that is too cool. Yes, I don't know, maybe it's gonna be too much, you guys, with all of that. We'll find out. I don't know. I think I should be fine. This is just something I normally wouldn't do because I always have a little tiny bit of sparkle, if you know me. Usually there's always a little sparkly somewhere. But I'll try new things. Oh my gosh. I love this. Love it. I'm already gonna love this, I already know. And we're already at 15 minutes and I only have just almost barely finished 2 nails. What did I get myself into? What did I get myself into? I don't even... Oh man. So we're like right smack dab in the middle of spring right now. And it just feels, and I know schools are not out yet. I wasn't sure, but schools are not out yet. What do you guys think so far? Yes, right? Absolutely. If you don't like it, that's okay. Maybe it's not your thing. Maybe you're like, that's ugly. We are all entitled to our own opinions. Oh my goodness. I wonder if I should do a split one on that side. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to make sure that, so see how this one is on this side and it goes up? I'm going to have the pink going the other way. And then that one's, I'm gonna probably just split down the middle, just, you know. I don't know why I would do that. This is actually, maybe I should split that one down the middle too. I don't know. You know what we're gonna do, you guys? Because if I don't know, what I'm gonna do is, let's do on one finger, okay? And try it. And if it doesn't work, we'll do on this hand because you know this is not my nailfy hand. And if I don't like it, then I will, you know, if I don't like it, so we'll do this way. Wait. This way. Yes. If I don't like it, then we will just go back to what I was doing before. So I don't know if any of you guys were able, this is, yeah, part of the Neon Nature collection, the Tropical Vines is, and it will be gone. It will be around until the 18th. It comes off the website then. So, you know, if you like it, you know, hop over there and get you one and try it. By the way, the full sets are buy 3, get 1 free. So the accent packs are not included in that. Accent packs are $6. Those are the little small packs of just 4 strips. And some of them you could do, or 2 for $9, but the full sets, you know, that you can get with the double-ended strips and stuff. Yes, those are going to be buy three, get one free. Which, so that way, you know, and you can mix and match collections. So that is really cool. Oh, and you don't need a code or anything. It just automatically comes off in the cart. So just keep that in mind. If you're going, I don't have, what's the code for the discount? There isn't one. It just automatically comes out. And if you're wondering where the link is to buy it, if you go down into the description down there of my video, you'll see a link. When you click that, you'll be able to get to shopping on the site. Find the Neon Nature collection, and this is called Tropical Vines, this one. And this one's Oslo and Steady, that's on the site. This coral colored one is Caribbean coral, and it is, when I checked the other day, it was not there. So I believe that is retired. I believe it is, because I want to say, like, every time that something gets ready to retire, I always snap a couple just in case, because people always want them if they, you know, miss it. So if I don't have any, I always try to grab a couple, and it never got sold. So I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna use it for this mani, because I think it will look really pretty with it. So hope all y'all had a good Mother's Day weekend and did something nice. So cool, huh? Mm-hmm. I love it. I love it. Is everybody getting ready for their summer? Okay, this is what we're gonna do. Oh, come on. Get down, get down. I am. Are any of y'all going on any vacations? I like, fall is my favorite, I have to say. I really like, well, I'll be honest, I do not care for winter. The only thing I like about winter is up to the, you know, the holiday season, because I love that, you know, where you get to see all your friends and family, and you get time off to, if you're lucky. If you work in the service industry, most likely you won't be getting any time off. Those people work really hard during that time of year. Or if you work in retail, you probably won't be getting any time off. But a lot of people do, you know. A lot of people get, you know, that some time off, you know, sometime between November and, anyway, let me get back to the point. I like that time of the year. I think it's really fun. And okay, so what I'm gonna do here, you guys, should I do the anchor method like that, or should I? Let's just do what we normally do. I'm gonna try to just do a half Z, okay? And the reason I'm doing it like this is because I know me, and I will not be able to get it lined up correctly if I do it the other way. It'll be all like a wonky. Well, that was not very good. It's not bad, but it's not good. But, you know, Winter's just not my favorite. I don't like it to be all dark, and I don't like cold. I do not do well with cold. If you know me, you know I do not do well with cold. So originally I'm from Alaska, and you know, you think that I never got used to it there. Never got used to. I just don't do well in cold weather. What do you think about that? I don't know, you guys. That's why we're testing it on this side. So let's try one of these. And then we'll just hold on to these just because we don't know, right? We don't know what we're gonna wanna do. So I recently did this. I wasn't sure I was gonna do it because my knee got injured, but I was able to get through it just fine. My knee was pretty, oh man, please don't tell me that's messed up. Okay, I kind of like it like that. What do you think? I do. An obstacle course run with like mud and stuff, the mud girl runs, you know. So I did one of them, and it wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was when they said, you know, doable obstacle courses, and my sister has done those before, and I'm gonna tell you the ones that she did was a lot more difficult than what I did, but you know, it's only a 5K. And if I was able to, if my knee wasn't hurting, I would have been able to jog like the whole thing. I just jogged a little tiny bit of it with my group, but I had to walk most of it because my knee was messed up. Still messed up. It was pretty neat. Oh man, I should have did like all of them split. Man, I think it's cooler like that. Well, it's too late now, ladies and gentlemen. Ah. Oh well. You know. I mean, I guess I could do all the rest of them and just have that one like that, but I don't know if I'm gonna do that. I don't know. Okay, so, and it's, you know, for breast cancer, the races. It's the Mud Girl race. Anyway, I thought it was a lot of fun and I would do it again. However, you guys, I did my nails too for that. I did, we had a breast cancer awareness set called Street Dead. Look how my fingerprint it got on that right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. You see that? In the light, you see that? Wow. That's just from touching it. Huh. So keep that in mind. If that bothers you, you know, when you're taking your strips off and stuff, if you touch them. Because this doesn't have a white backing if you get this one. If you have a white backing or something, it ain't going to show through. It's not going to show through. But these obviously will. Wow. It was like pink underneath, and it had, some of them had ribbons, and if you go to my Instagram you'll be able to see it. Instagram is at PoshInPolish, just like the channel, and you could find it actually from my link. My Instagram is up there, everything's up there, you know, the VIP, everything's up there. So and that link is in the description. Well, I wore that and it was just perfect, I thought. You know, it was the pink French. So it was like light pink with ribbons, and then it had a darker pink, you know, tip. I loved it. they are still available. If you want to see it, you can see it on my hand over on Instagram. Or if you want to get one of the awareness shades, you just go to the awareness shade and it's on there. We also have a metastatic breast cancer one also. And, you know, these are our money that Color Street, you know, they have strips that are for these awareness of these, you know, issues and diseases and everything that we have. Like we had the suicide awareness one that was out this month. Also, the money is donated to specific actual organizations, you know, so for those specific strips. So I think that's really wonderful, you know, that Color Street does that. Okay, so this is gonna go like this. Oh, come on. Here we are. Okay. And I didn't do my toes for it, you know, because they were going to get all money. But, man, I'm going to tell you this. You do get money, and your shoes get, in my opinion, completely destroyed, or mine did. And so I wore an old pair of shoes. But the amount of mud that gets underneath your toenails, it is just atrocious. If you know, I don't like getting dirty like that. Oh, what was my point? Water. I am so scared of water. I have a fear of water, especially water that's dark, that you can't see anything in the bottom. And I know, you guys, it was not very deep and stuff, but I still do. It's just this is a phobia that I have. But I was screaming whenever you had to get on your hands and knees and like crawl through this stuff. And I just have this phobia about water. I'm sure to some people, they probably think that it's really funny, you know, watching me. I mean, I'm sure it looks hilarious, to be honest. Just watching a lady just crawl on her hands and knees through muddy water screaming, you know. But I did all of the obstacles too, which I didn't think I was going to be able to because of my injury. Except for one. There was one. I climbed to the top of this thing, looked down, and I was like, oh no, I'm gonna hurt myself. I can already see, because my knee was messed up. I could already tell just by looking, and I was like, I gotta climb down. So I climbed down it instead of like sliding down and like landing in this pit of mud. Well, somebody in our group ended up actually getting injured on that, and I was just like, oh my gosh. You know, she didn't have an injury to start out. She left with one, but she pretty much sprained her ankle or bruised it, you know, pretty bad. She finished. I would have been like, y'all, I gotta stop. I'm kind of a wuss when it comes to stuff like that, but I did all the other stuff. I mean, as long as my sister told me, she said, you need to go slow. She's like, don't let people intimidate you and try to make you go fast. She's like, because that's how you get hurt. She's like, so if you're going to do a mud obstacle, you know, whatever, she's like, take your time at each one and go slow, because it's slippery. And you could get, you know, there's people that do these things all the time. And apparently you can do it competitively. I didn't know that you could do it competitively. I had no idea. But yeah, that's the thing. So you know what we're going to do, y'all? We're going to do that one as split too. This kind of, do you think that'll look kind of funky though? Like y'all could answer me. I don't know. I feel like that's gonna look a little funky, having a split one right down the center like that. Who cares? I'm gonna do it. It's my hand. I get to choose. But yeah, and of course there were people that were doing that, you know, like there were these rope kind of straps that you had to climb over. They kind of look like monkey bars, but they weren't. And they were not, you know, taut, excuse me. And they were a little bit loose, so you had to be careful and go slow, otherwise your arm would go through one of the holes. It was kind of like a lattice. And of course, there were people that didn't want to wait their turn and they were trying to go, and I was like, I do not care. I'm going slow. I do not care. I'm going slow because I don't want to hurt myself. Did the whole thing. My favorite one was a slide. There was a slide. That was so much fun. I wish I could have done that one twice. I should have. I'm sure you can if you want to do it twice. But it was a lot of fun. So if it's coming to a town near you, I would say sign up for Mud Girl. You can find all their stuff on Facebook, Instagram, and, you know, try it out. It is just something fun to do. It's for a really good cause. And yeah, we had like little tank tops. We made our own, like, we had a group, really good group leader, is one of my best friends, and she had these tank tops made that were in hot pink, and our little names are on the back. And you know, I might be a little bit biased here, but I thought our tank tops were the coolest out of everybody else that had tank tops and t-shirts made. But it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. It really was. And I would say I would do it again. Now, I don't know if I would do something that's much more difficult than that. Because, you know, I'm just not into getting the wind knocked out of me and falling and stuff for some of those. Don't like swimming, and I really don't like getting dirty. I really don't. And I don't like water like that. It scares me. I'm always like, what if I get this in my eye? What if it gives me an eye infection? Oh, and I made sure though, because if I was so worried about like staph, like I was like, what if I get a staph infection? Because of, you know, that's a thing. That could happen. You know, you're playing in mud if you have a cut or something. So I was like, I have to be very careful not to get any cuts, which I'm sure it would have been fine. But I'm just one of those people. I don't even go to the beach if I have a cut anywhere like that, like on my foot or anywhere that's going to be getting dirty like that, because I don't want to be getting any kind of bacteria in there that's going to give me an infection. You know what I'm talking about. And I know it's rare, but you guys, it's better not to play with some things like, or that's how I feel anyway. You know, if you've ever lived like, if you live like by the water and you go fishing, that's another thing. You don't want to have like a cut and then get it in shellfish or fish's mouth. You know, if fish tooth cuts you or something, you gotta clean that up straight away. You know, because you don't want that. That will get ugly on you real fast. I guess I should finish the other hand. Oh my gosh. No. It just pulled right off like that. What was that about, huh? That was rude. The plastic just adhered to it like all kinds of crazy. I don't know what happened. Yeah, I like it like that. I don't know what happened. Oh, it's still on there. for crying out loud. What happened? How do I get it off? Hold on, y'all. It is like really like, okay, I got that piece off, but like the hard plastic is like stuck to it. Oh, that's a story that I have for you guys about whenever I first started wearing Color Street. I didn't understand the concept of the, why is it not coming off? Okay, let me see if I can pull it apart right here. That's weird that it's sticking like that. I've never had this happen before like this. Don't know what that was about. Ah, yes. Okay, so I didn't realize like that you were supposed to pull that little plastic piece off first. And I was trying to do my nails, you know, and it was on there. I was like, man, this is not going on very well. This was, okay, so I got my sample, went on fine. It was a glitter, you know, and the second one I tried was just like a shimmer. It wasn't a glitter. It was just like a shimmer, and it was turquoise, you know, because it was that time of year. Whatever that holiday is called. Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh. Oh, who am I? So, okay, hold on, let's see here. There we go. And you guys, I am really sorry if I'm in and out of frame, okay? It's just, this is turning out to be much longer than I thought it was gonna be. I am very sorry for that. And I understand if you cannot watch the whole thing all the way through. But I left the plastic on. And then I was like, there's gotta be an easier way to do this, you know, because I was just not really sure what I was doing. And I hadn't joined any VIP groups at that point or anything. I was like, what am I doing wrong? So I hopped back on the YouTube and I watched some channels of people, you know, like applying it, like how to apply it correctly and stuff, you know. And I was like, you dummy, you're just doing it wrong, you know. So I ended up fixing that, you know, and the rest of them went on much easier, much better. But, you know, we all learn. You know, and honestly, you guys, I know I could have like cut these, probably lined them up together, cut them and made them all nice and fancy, but, you know, perfect and stuff, but I don't want to do that in a video like this. I'd rather do that in my VIP group, you know, because I don't want you guys to judge me. I feel like that's my safe space a little bit more because, you know, it's a smaller, more intimate group and I can get pointers right away, you know what I mean, from people that are in there with me, you know, because they can talk back to me. Here, I'm just trying to figure things out on my own. I do watch people do it, and I'm like, man, that looks so easy. Y'all make it look so effortless and easy, and I'm just like, wow. But I mean, obviously, practice makes perfect, right? And then I'm over here like trying to do it, but trying to get the same look, but, you know, different. I just can't. I don't know. I'm not that skilled. You think I would be after wearing this stuff for a year, but I'm not skilled like that. I'm not that artistic. I watch Stacy's Sassy Styles a lot, and she does a lot of, you know, cutting. And if you're looking for like a channel to teach you how to, you know, cut stuff and do stuff really easily, that one's a great one. That's a great channel. Stacy's Sassy Styles. Yeah. So she, you know, she just does her mani, and you can watch it, and she does a lot of, you know, cutting and stuff. She does a lot of negative space too, if you like negative space. So, are y'all watching any fun stuff on the, I don't know, does anybody even watch TV anymore? I just watch like the apps, you know, like Hulu and Peacock. I guess that's kind of NBC or whatever. Oh, I have to tell you something. I have like this guilty pleasure, okay? I never liked, I didn't understand the whole thing with the Kardashians when, you know, Keeping Up with the Kardashians was out. It was always on my queue. Never watched it. I was like, I don't feel like it. So I started watching it. Oh, I don't like reality TV. I really don't, you know, because a lot of it is like fake. You know, you could tell it's just fake. It's not real. A lot of it is so fake and, you know, scripted. But that is my little one that I watch. I'm still like, you know, on Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I watch a couple episodes, maybe a week, maybe one a week, sometimes two. But I really like it. I don't like any of that other stuff, like the game ones. Does that make sense? Like where they play a game to date, or Survivor. Like that's I call those games, you know. I don't like the ones where they are playing games like that. I used to watch a long time ago. It was like it wasn't the X Factor, was it? Fear Factor. Yeah, I used to watch that. And I have watched, I think I watched like a little bit. I have watched a few episodes of different, you know, like talent ones. Not America's Got Talent. I don't like that one. But, you know, the one where the chair spins around. I watched a few of those. Thought that was neat, but I quickly just get bored with that kind of stuff, you know? I just do, and so it's not my thing, I guess, really, you know? Where am I at? This one, yes. So green first, and then we'll put the other pink on, the coral, I guess, not technically pink. And then we'll do our thumbs and call it a day. I don't know if any of you guys have guilty pleasure, you know, shows. A lot of people, and the reason I call it a guilty pleasure is because a lot of people, you know, they make fun of people that watch reality show. But, you know, if you don't like it, that's your opinion. Okay, this is the one that I did a few days ago. If you're wondering what that little bump is right there underneath, that's where I put that stuff, you know. And I had to redo it, you know, because if I took it off and then it, you know, it came off with the polish remover, that mender, because my nail was tearing across. It's like the nail rescue kits or whatever they're called, where you put paint the little, I guess it's glue, I don't know, some kind of adhesive, and then you dip your finger in this kind of powder, and it just basically, you let it dry, and then you kind of like sand, you know, the high ridge off and, or as down as best you can, to kind of help give it a chance not to split all the way across. So that is what I did. I had to redo it. So when I took off that pink polish, well, you know, just going to take that off too. And you know what? That I don't use acetone. So if you are looking for a really good nail polish remover, yes, it is Color Street. Yes, I used to be very skeptical. I didn't buy it for a long time because I'm like, oh my gosh, is this just a gimmick? Is it a gimmick? Because I've, you know, I'm gonna tell you something. If you don't see me talk about it or use it, I don't use it. You know what I mean? Or I just, it's just, I'm like, it's just not for me. And I don't ever, like, obviously some stuff, you know, you can still get from me, but if I don't use it, I can't give you like an honest, oh wow, this is fantastic, if I don't use it. You know what I mean? I'm just not gonna lie about anything and say, oh yeah, this is fantastic, you'll love it, unless I actually use it and like it. So if you don't see or hear me talk about that, it's because if I don't. And I'm not gonna try to be like, now I'll say we have this available, you know, we have it available because there's people out there that want to try it. You know, because what works doesn't work for me might be something that you like, and I'm not gonna, you know, like, just squash something. But you know, if you want my opinion on things, that's how you can tell. You know, I don't recommend any products or say to do things that I do not do or use myself. So some people might think that that's, you know, bad business sense or something, but I'm like, you know what? I'm not gonna lie about it. But yeah, that's actually a really great product, the nail polish remover. I was like refusing to use it for the longest time because I'm like, come on, it's not gonna work. I've used a ton of different, you know, of the non-acetone polish removers. Never worked, didn't take nothing off. I'm sitting there like, okay, this isn't coming off. That works suspiciously well, you know, and I'm just like, man, this works so good, you know. But, and I can't tell you how many times I've bought nail polish remover that didn't work, and then I just end up chucking it in the trash because, you know, and that one I thought was going to be the same way. And you know what, when I got it, I did a live demo the very first time I used it. It was sealed up and everything, and I unsealed it. I did this live on camera. It wasn't edited. If you can go see it in my VIP group, I believe it's still there. And I opened it and took off some polish, and I was like, look at this. And I was very impressed. I was like, wow, okay, yeah, this is what I'm going to be using from now on. I think it's worth it. But if you get it and you don't like the way it is, you know, then I understand too. Some people just always are going to be acetone users, or always going to be, you know, like my mom has tried it and it works well for her, but she does not like the scent because it's got a bergamot oil in it, and she doesn't like the scent, you know. It's hard. She's sensitive to fragrances, you know, or of any kind. So, it obviously wasn't for her. Did it work well? Yes, but it wasn't a product that she's gonna be able to use because of, you know, her nose is too sensitive to it. So that's what I'm talking about, you know. Everything's not for everybody. And I don't pretend that it is. You know? Just like when we got the lipsticks, loved them. Loved the lip liner. I never really used the primer for a long time. Had it, never used it. Then I started using it and I was like, this is actually really nice. You know, it's really nice. It's a really nice primer. The lip primer is. Obviously, you guys don't really see me talk about like the lip products and stuff of Color Street, because if I don't, obviously haven't been showing my face on camera, you know, so there's that. In my VIP group I do sometimes I do, but I don't really do that very often. But yeah, I did I'll put up pictures occasionally of like different makeup looks or different, you know, when I use different lip products and stuff, but or cheeks, the cheek products and stuff like that. But yeah, you don't see me really talk about it on my YouTube right now because I don't really do it. Mainly because, you know, I just don't really use them. I don't know. I just want to make sure that I really like products and I can do different makeup looks with them beforehand. But that currently is the only blushes that I am wearing, besides one other brand of Creme blush that, I mean, I didn't like. And I won't repurchase the other brand, and I don't want to say what brand it is really because, no. But so I've just been using my Color Street blush lately. And highlighters. I had a highlighter from a brand a long time ago, and now I can't find it anywhere anymore. And so I went and I got the Color Street Balm one. Oh, I love it. I use that one whenever I do my tinted moisturizers and stuff. Really like it. The only thing is I feel as though it's not like long wear for me anyway. And I don't know if it's just because of got very dry skin, but it's not long wearing. And so if I'm doing my makeup, I will do, like if I'm doing a daytime look, which is usually just tinted moisturizer, mascara, I put some eyebrow filler in my eyebrows, and I do my cheeks, you know, and I put a little, if I'm getting fancy, I'll put a little, you know, what is that underneath there? Well, I guess, you know what, it doesn't matter because we're about to cover it up, okay? With that. Oh, hopefully that covers it up. I don't know, it might not. It might just be a big old dot. Is it a bubble? It might be. Okay, so see, that's a bubble. So yeah, so you take this sharp point like that and you just pop it like that. See what I did? So then if I put my top coat over it later, which I probably will, my, what's that called? Every time, there's always leave a little space right there. OPI plumping top coat. You know, and I'm going to say this, if you don't like OPI and you have other brands that you like, by all means, you know, use those. I think I tried Essie, the gel top coat on this side, and then I did my regular OPI because I was testing to see, I had a whole bunch of it. I was like, maybe I should just use what you have. That's another thing that I say, use what you got. I use Out the Door also sometimes. It's okay. I mean, it's nice whenever I do traditional polish. I like it. Because, you know, it's fast drying. But I don't really do a lot of decals or anything right now. Not decals. What are they called? Yeah, stuff like that where you would need to have like a sticky, something sticky like that underneath, like a polish. You guys, I want to get into doing other things like that, but I am slowly coming out of my comfort zone of trying new things, trying new colors, trying new ideas and stuff like that. I watched Marie recently, Rainbow Nails by Marie, do some mermaid chrome powder manicures, and oh, so awesome looking. And I was like, you know what, I want to try that. And then I thought about it and I'm like, I don't know, I need to practice it first. Never done anything like that, but I should go for it. Try, get out of my comfort zone and try some new things. But if you haven't, go check out her chrome powder mani that she did. It's like the mermaid nails that she did. They were mermaid chrome powder. They were really cool. Really cool. She did a few different colors. I want to say she said she got them on Amazon. She has the link on that video of like what she used, so it makes it easy. Okay, see, so I had a little thing on there. Remember that little bubble, you guys? That's covered up. You can't see it anymore. Can you see it? Can you? I don't know. No, see? Nothing. So just keep that in mind, you know. Every mistake is not the end of the world. And OPI takes care of the rest. OPI plumping top coat. You can get it on Amazon if you can't find it in your regular stores. I couldn't find it in my regular stores. Now, it does make your mani thicker because of its hence plumping, but it makes everything super glossy if you like a glossy look. Hides all the sins, and it is just the best, or I think it is, but you know, that's my opinion. And I usually put that on like much later. I don't put it on straight away. I usually just kind of let my nails just kind of rest, and then I'll put it on later on, you know what I mean? Oh, this is so cool, you guys. I think it is. What do you think? Da, 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 da. I'm happy with this. So I did the other one, you guys know, the neons from the Neon Nature, and they do fade. I didn't really have, I mean, I had a little bit of fading, but not too much. I would say I didn't really spend a lot of time, you know, like outside in the sun, but if you do, those will fade. What am I doing? Oh my gosh. You guys, nobody said anything. I almost totally messed that up. This is why I like to go live. So somebody will go, hey, pay attention. Pay attention to what you're doing. It's exactly why you're not supposed to be talking when you're in school or anything like that, because you mess up and you make mistakes. Got all carried away there for a second. Come here. There we go. Look at that. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. This is really pretty. It's almost, I would say a mint, maybe a mint color. This, I mean, I called it a pastel earlier. I mean, maybe mint is pastel. I would say it's a pastel. It's just very complimentary, in my opinion, to this coral shade. Alrighty. Get out of here, you little tab. Yeah, buddy, look at that. Love it. Very happy with this. Very happy. So if you guys want to join the VIP group, or if you're already in there, be sure to leave me your nail fees in there, because every time that you change your polish with Color Street, even if it's just a twosie, like a twosie sample or nail mail, guess what? You get entered for a chance to win a prize. You don't have to pay anything. It's just a fun little way that you can just win a set of nail polish strips for free. You know, I'm running that contest, and it is, or I think it's a lot of fun anyway. So I love seeing y'all's stuff. It gives me a lot of inspiration, and makes me happy to see everybody else, my other nail friends. Had to pause the video for a second. I had to cough. Should have brought a water or something in here. I'm sorry, you guys, if that thingy is shaking. I have like an arm. That's how I prop my camera up, and it's attached to the table that I'm, you know, using, or whatever I'm using. Sometimes, you guys, whenever I have these setups, you don't even, it's not even attached to a table. It's just like attached to something else, you know. It's all kinds of crazy looking. Got lights running all over the place. I'm just kidding. But yeah, sometimes there's like lights, just kind of, see, and I always, every time I do this one, I always leave a little spot right there. That's just the way, I don't know. Maybe I should use the bigger strip, the bigger thumb, I don't know. You know what I think, because sometimes they do these things where they'll bring back different shades. I hope they do this at some point this summer, because I would really like it if they brought back Pacific Waters. I really liked that one, you guys. I don't know if anybody else did. I got a chance to wear it last year, and I think I have some still in the freezer, and I might pull that out at some point this summer and redo that mani that I did last year with Pacific Waters. I did one in the summer with Fort Worth It, Pacific Waters, and Lavish Lavender, which is also not around anymore. And I wanted, and I'm going to tell you, I believe I copied it or got the idea. Like, I don't know if I copied it exactly, but I remember I don't think I filmed a video for it. I might have. I don't remember. I don't think I did, but I took some nail fees and I put it in my group. But Tara Stoddard, I want to say, used those three, and I thought it was really pretty, and I was like, that's perfect. I want to do that, and I wish I had another Pacific Waters. I don't. Anyway, we are done, finally. That was a long journey, but we got there. Look, what do you guys think? I think it's awesome. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye.